We just harvested all of it. But you know, once it's cooked down, it's gonna be a cup. So hey guys, welcome to Godly Garden and Homestead. If you're new here, I'm Christina.
Destiny.
And we are gardeners in Virginia in Zone 7B. If you are not new here, then welcome back. We are so thankful and grateful that you guys decided to spend some time with us today. It is a nice day outside. It is Sunday, and
that's why it's hot outside, because it's sunny and Sunday.
For sure. For sure. So we have a couple of things that we're going to do today. One of the things is we are going to sow some seeds in one of our new beds. We're going to sow some corn seeds and also some squash seeds. And then once our corn starts to grow, then we'll come back through and sow some pole beans. And actually I have corn that I started already, so I might transplant those out today. Also, I'm gonna go through and take the covering, what is that called, the insect netting the insect netting off of the 3 beds that we have them on, and check for cabbage worms. Anyway, as soon as I start talking, I'll be getting sidetracked and I'll be going on and on. So let's get our binders so we can figure out what corn we are going to plant, and actually not get our binders because I have everything mapped out. This year I'm mapping everything out. So this is the bed right here. We're gonna have our squash over here, and we're gonna do a bush squash. So we're gonna do the bush scallop squash. I planted some early golden bantam and some bodacious hybrid. Those are the ones that I started indoors. We're gonna go get the corn plants, bring them out, and then we're going to measure our bed. It's just a 4x2 bed, but we're gonna measure our squares so we can make sure that we're putting everything where it needs to go. And here is our corn. We have some bodacious in here. And then this one is the early bantam, I believe it's pronounced. And I started these March the 17th.
Yay, that's close to my birthday.
Yes. So these plants are almost a month old, and I can see the roots coming out of the soil. So we need to plant these out. It might still be a little cold for them, but these are testers. So what I'm going to do is plant these out, but then beside them, I'm going to plant actual seeds just in case they don't survive.
Just in case you do.
All right, so I said that I was going to plant
corn.
Yeah, well, of course.
And watermelon.
The silver and gold. Because that's the shortest day length. This is 65 days to harvest as opposed to 85, 89, any of those. So, yeah. I mean, we have the early sun glow hybrid also. And since these are open, that means I've already planted some of these before.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do a mixture of both. So we'll do a mixture of both, and then I had written down the pole beans that I was going to start, which is going to be the Kentucky Wonder Pole. And this is a 60-day to harvest. So what we'll do is we'll plant pole beans in front of these ones that we have, and then once the seeds that we have get to about this height, that's when we'll plant our pole beans, because we want our pole beans to be a little bit younger than our corn. That way it can grow up the stalk of the corn. And what else? We're doing the square foot method. Let's just get over there and do it. Come on, let's go. All right, and here is where we're gonna plant our corn. We're gonna make a usual mixture, which is going to be earthworm casting, our plant tone, all-purpose fertilizer, some blood meal,
and some white animal food.
and some bone meal. First thing we're gonna do is measure from here this is gonna be 1 slit, and then from here. All right, so we got our first squares right here. Oops. There we go. We have 8 squares. So we're doing 6 squares of corn and 2 squares of squash. And because the way the sun is gonna come by in the day, we're gonna put the squash over here so the corn, when it gets tall, it doesn't outshadow the squash. So I'm gonna put the squash right here, and we're only gonna do 1 squash. So now I'm just gonna go through and plant my pole beans right in front of the corn that's already established. Are going to be our silver and gold. Now that I have planted the squash, I don't even know if I got that on camera. I planted the white bush scalloped squash at the end of the corn. Okay, at the end of the corn bed back here. Since it is a bushing, it's a bush variety, it's considered a dwarf. So it's not like a winter squash, so we don't need, it's not gonna vine or anything like that, and it's not as big as say the yellow crookneck or like a Ford Hook zucchini or something like that. So that's planted out. I planted the corn, but what I did not do was put more seeds by the corn that was transplanted. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh, we don't cross fingers, we'll say a prayer over it. No what?
No crossing.
She said no crossing fingers. We don't do that. We don't believe in luck. We don't believe in crossing fingers. We believe in praying to the Lord. And he shall deliver us. He shall provide and make a way. So I'm just standing here looking at all of these beds that are packed to capacity. I think what I'm going to do is start harvesting. I'm gonna start in one bed and start harvesting. And I think I'm gonna start in this bed right here. I am going to harvest some. I'm gonna cook some for dinner and maybe freeze some. She said we having tacos for dinner. We are not having tacos for Sunday dinner.
I took the meat out.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make something else with the meat. Yeah, let me get the harvesting this over here. I have picked this one clean. That's all right. Here's the broccoli down here. Alright, we got a nice little basket so far. Let's keep going around. Ooh, something has been tearing this up. Ain't no something, we know what it was. Look at that. Look how long that is. I don't know if I like this true Siberian kale. It's like all stalk, little leaf. No, I literally saw somebody in my garden group, just in one of my garden groups, just sit this in a vase of water. I think I'm gonna do that with this Siberian kale. Let it sit in a vase of water, and then I will process it and eat it throughout the next couple of days. I've been out here in the garden talking to my neighbor and stuff. My feet is so ashy. Oh my god. I don't even want to show y'all. My feet is ashy as I know it. There's a bunch more Siberian kale on this other side too, but I wanted to come in and check on my carrots that I planted. I planted some carrots, some parsnips, and some salsify. I have no idea what salsify and parsnips will look like. I'm pretty sure that ain't it. But we have a few carrots coming in. Germination wasn't all that good, but hey, we have a few. Kind of makes up for me pulling all those carrots up. Oh Lord, there go my feet. It kind of makes up for me pulling up all those carrots in that bed back in February. If you saw that and you saw how impatient I was like, I need this space, so I pulled it up. Over here is where the parsnips are supposed to be, up in here. And I don't know. Is this a parsnip? Is that a parsnip? This look like a weed. That's most definitely a weed. I'm feeling like, shouldn't the parsnips look somewhat similar to the carrots? I don't know. And this is supposed to be the salsify. I don't know. Is that salsify? Is that? Who knows? Salsify is, it looks similar to, actually, don't even give me the line because I don't know what it looked like. It's supposed to have, I believe, like the texture of like a parsnip or a carrot, but it's supposed to taste like an oyster. I don't like oysters, but my mom does, and she's not supposed to be eating seafood. So this is supposed to be a healthy alternative for her. She don't know nothing about this. I decided that I was gonna grow this for her. So Hopefully we can get at least one to grow in this bed so she can try it out. But the front of this bed looks pretty good. I'm not gonna harvest any of this chard, even though it looks like it could be harvested. I don't want to harvest any more of this kale because we have some red Russian kale. Yeah, we're gonna wait on harvesting the kale. Oh, I do have a collard in the front right here, but that's a new collard. That's a new collard. Let's just look over in this other bed real quick because I see some flowers that need to be deadheaded. We'll worry about the rest of this. No, we're not. Let me get the Siberian kale. If I'm gonna process the other Siberian, I might as well process this one too. So we're just gonna get the Siberian kale out. All right here. We'll leave the red Russian and the blue dazzling kale in here for when we harvest that later. See, I hope you guys can see all of this. All right, so this right here is the Siberian. All right, some people may call it curly kale, but it's not as curly as that actual curly kale. But that's the Siberian kale. This is the red Russian kale. If you can see the difference in the leaves and the red vein, reddish purple vein right there. We leaving that in there. We are leaving that in there. But doesn't that bed look so much better now? I mean, it looks very empty, but things are getting space to breathe up in here. Our lettuce is just doing its thing. Like, as you can see, I've been in here harvesting lettuce and it's growing back. The more I harvest, the more it grows back. Look at the 1,000-head kale. That baby is looking good. Even though a lot of pest damage. I went through here and picked, there was like 2 or 3 worms on here. I went ahead and picked those off today. But yeah, this baby's about, I think, 7 months old too. And this is the one that we pulled up out the bed and replanted, I think, twice. So this baby is happy. And if we have way more sun, this thing will grow to be like 6-7 feet tall. Celery is looking pretty good. Celery is looking good. Chamomile looking good. I've been through here deadheading all of these things. Our alyssum is looking good. Like, look at that. It's a jungle up in here. All in the front. It's a complete jungle. Wait till I plant everything else out. It is going to be packed up in here. Oh, y'all, look at this mess. It's not a mess. It's definitely not a mess. It's beautiful. Look at that. You see that? You see how he be blending in? Look at him. So we're just gonna take him, smush him right on up, just like that. He's dead. Look at all this he done ate. Y'all, I thought we was gonna get a cabbage. Look, I thought we would get a cabbage. No, it's going to seed. It is going to seed, but we're gonna pull this off right here, like that. We can still eat all these leaves, so that's what we'll do. I haven't even considered what I'm gonna plant in this bed after all of this stuff is done. Look at that. Y'all see that? I think we might be trying to get a little baby Karabi up in there and over here. I don't know, but I'm excited. our these bugs is eating everything. They eating the radishes. They're like, girl, oh my gosh, y'all, look at my feet. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look, you gotta learn to laugh at yourself. And I don't know about to say, and you gotta learn to put some lotion on, because that's the first thing I was thinking too. But hey, there was lotion on my feet. I think I forgot to lotion my feet this morning when I got out the shower, because then I put socks and sneakers on for church. And yeah, that's probably why my feet so ashy, because I'm like, dang, girl. Okay, but no. This spinach need to be harvested too. Look at all the spinach back here. All this spinach need to be harvested. All this spinach need to be harvested. This bed is just like overtaking itself. It's a jungle out here. I do need to harvest some of this stuff back here. I need to harvest it. I can see the broccoli is gone bought before it even turns to broccoli. I'm trying to figure out, like, because I had some nice broccoli production last year. Yeah, these collards that we planted out back in February, it's really big, and then we need to harvest these leaves because it's shading out the peas back here. All right, but anyway, what I came down here for was to look at the little baby radishes we got growing. We got some little baby radishes. Okay, there we go. Look at the little radishes. These are the breakfast radishes. I never had the breakfast radishes, so we're gonna try those out. Asters are growing. This one's being shaded out, and so is that one. Oh, look, we got one little leak. Oh no, we got two leaks. All right, that's gonna turn into something. Is that gonna turn into something? No, this one already fell off, so let's deadhead that. Deadhead this. This one's done for. There are our peas going along here. We got really good germination right up in here, but then you see it's spotty right here. Got some right here, then it's spotty, a few right there. Then I don't know what happened all down there. So I sowed more peas last night, so hopefully we get some more germination up in there. But I can't even remember what peas I sowed. I know these are the Lincoln Homesteaders, but the peas that I sowed last night, I don't even remember. But anyway, look at that. Look at that beautiful flower in there. This is I have no idea. That's what it is. It's written down in the house somewhere. I'm pretty sure that's a zinnia. That's so pretty. I think this is the first time I grew zinnias. This is my first year growing a bunch of new flowers I haven't grown before. It's about time to plant everything out. We got lots of plants to plant out. I'm just so excited, and I hope you are too. And if you're concerned or worried about a plant growing or whatever, plants gonna do what they do. Some plants gonna live, some plants gonna die. Don't stress about it. This is gonna be a great year of harvesting. Even if you only harvest one thing, that's one thing you didn't have to buy at the store, right? That's how we have to think about it. Thank you for those of you who stayed this long in the video. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. If you did like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And once you subscribe, hit that little bell notification so that you can get notified every time we upload a new video. I forgot to show you the harvest, all that stuff we just harvested. Let me show you real quick before I go in the house. Look at that. We just harvested all of it. But you know, once it's cooked down, it's going to be a cup. So Again, thank you for joining me. I will talk to you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.